Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome
to the
to the
TPCRTGT podcast. Oh my god.
It's been a
we
while.
got it. It has not been a while.
Has it?
It's been
Hasn't
like
it?
a
It's
week.
been a while.
It's been like 2-3 weeks maybe. That's fine.
Producer?
We had a longer hiatus. You're freaking
I feel like
out.
it's been a month.
Nah.
I feel like to me it feels like
It
it's
feels
been
like it's been a month to you because you're always at work and dying practically.
Don't remind me.
Today we have a very special guest, our
Red.
friend Red. Say hello.
Hello.
My
World.
gosh. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's good. That's
Pretty
really
good.
good. That's really good.
Happy to be here.
All right,
Thanks,
cool.
thank you for having me.
Oh, no.
Happy to
Thank
be
you
here.
for even wanting to participate. A lot of people are usually like,
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's
that's how
like,
you get to know people,
that's
right? You just
100% true.
talk to them.
Go out
Mhm.
there and
So that's cool.
So, I gotta ask,
Yes.
why is the LA upside down?
Why not? Maybe
Alright.
this whole world is upside down.
You're right.
whoa.
I didn't-
I didn't even
Stranger
notice
Things.
that. I didn't
You
notice,
didn't notice
that.
Man, I know
It's all
details, bro.
It's all a mind trick. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you like the Dodgers though?
I do like
do?
the Dodgers.
Oh.
I'm also, a big California fan, so like I kind of rep all teams California.
Hell yeah,
Ooh,
hell
you into
yeah.
baseball. Hey, he used to play baseball.
I'm
I
not gonna
did.
say I'm like crazy. Like if you were like, oh, what are the players?
Oh
I'd be
yeah,
like,
no, I'm not like that. Either. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm
yeah,
just more like, oh, I know
That
that
one
team.
guy.
if I'm rooting for a team.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one
I
guy
like
with the
the
beard or something.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Any
So
any
You guys-
any exciting thing going on today? Did you do anything? Work?
Work.
Work.
Always
Alright.
work.
Always work? No work drama? Nothing?
No, I actually enjoy work a lot. I get along with everybody at work. It's always never a problem. Pretty chill job. So,
No,
That's
nice.
cool.
Where do you
That's
work?
cool.
do I say the company? Do I like expose?
I
it?
mean, if you're gonna say anything bad, maybe
Can you
not.
find
But
me? Can you find me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. No, I'm pretty cool with everybody. I work at a company called Hatrix. It's like a production company.
Mm-hmm.
So we or like a print shop. I don't know why I said production. We do our production. But it's a print shop, so we're like a custom print shop. Anything, hats, shirts,
Ooh, that's pretty
beanies.
cool.
that's cool.
whatever you want, whatever you can think of.
You ever make your own kind of merch?
Yeah, definitely. Like, secretly, I guess I'm kind of like, not secretly, but I'm kind of like in the process of like trying to start my own brand and stuff like that. So, I'm trying to, me and a cousin of mine that, we're trying to start this thing. But I don't know, I'm kind of still like working on the tweaks of like how to do everything, stuff like that.
I get it. It seems like
actually, yeah, this is one of the shirts that I
Oh yeah, put it right there.
Ooh, look at
Damn,
that.
that looks really
Rome
cool.
shout out before it's even a thing. So
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
we got
thanks.
exclusive
Get that
footage,
promo.
ladies and gentlemen.
don't take my idea. No, I'm just kidding.
Screenshot
They won't
that.
copyright
Yeah,
it. It's
please,
copyrighted.
I'll put it to you.
Yeah. No, but it's just something that I like wanted to dabble in, because like why not? And if I fail, then I mean,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
fuck it. I tried it.
How long have you been wanting to do like designs?
I feel like, and I know it's gonna sound funny, but like obviously, like I had time to think a lot, like we were talking about earlier during quarantine. You kind of just like run out of things to do because there's nothing to do. So I feel like during that time, I had already like worked at this production company, printing for all this other stuff, and you see brands coming in and out, and like literally like just the dumb shit that can happen with the company, like Supreme, like.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one fucking logo. They slap
It's-
that
it's
shit on
literally-
everything, and it's like,
It's
oh,
like
I'll,
worth
I'll pay
hundreds, thousands.
$80,000
Yeah,
It's
for a little
wow,
fucking knife.
if
Like,
it's that fucking easy.
yeah, like it's insane, dude. And like the way that people just like praise these brands that just do nothing, like And I'm not saying that it's easy.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like kind of dabbling into it, I do see that there's a bigger picture behind just what you're making. But I thought it'd be fun, and like I said, if I fail, I fail. So kind of like during the whole pandemic, I kind of didn't really have much going on, so I wanted to like pick up a hobby. And like I worked at a company anyways where I could like make everything myself, and like it would just be easier access to like everything at hand because I already knew how to do it. So that's kind of how it went in. And then I had mentioned it to this specific cousin of mine, and he was like, you know what, like I've kind of wanted to do the same thing, like maybe we can like come and coexist together. And I feel like I'm not too creative in the fact of like designs. I feel like he is like my creative mindset, and I'm like the logistics behind it. I guess.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just like production basically, and he's like the idea.
oh, that's good. I mean, at least you have
that's cool.
somebody that like help you out with that stuff. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people like. It's really hard to find people that are willing to be like, oh yeah, I got you. Let's start throwing up things in the air,
Yeah.
see what sticks, and you know.
Yeah, and I think kind of me and him are very like on the same page of things. Like he understands like if it doesn't blow up, doesn't blow up. Maybe
fine.
but it's nice, because I've made like shirts for family and things like that, and like it's nice being like complimented on things that like we make, and I'm like, oh, like I helped like create that design or this or that, and it's like nice to be like, hey man, your shirt's dope, and it's like something that I made. So even if it just goes as far as like friends and family, I'm happy with it.
It feels
yeah,
good. It does
yeah, I'm
definitely
happy
feels
with
good.
it. So
You can
you
feel
know,
proud
I
about
feel
it.
like it's really
Yeah.
cool that, at least like with this generation going on, creativity is really like out there now. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
a lot of people
I
have been
love
very
it.
like,
It's my
that's
favorite
too,
time to be
that's
alive.
too, like
I feel like
come
people,
on. Like,
I
you
feel like
the-
people are exploring their
yeah, it's really
artistic
cool.
side, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Social media
100%.
kind of helps push that
Yeah.
stuff out.
I agree.
Which, as much as people like to hate on social media, man, that thing really does help with expressing
does.
yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 100%.
It's
really
crazy.
cool.
Like, I actually seen a thing about social media the other day where it's like a meme of a clown, and it's like me dressing up to go to work every day while some 8-year-old YouTuber just made like $24 million. I'm like, literally.
Like,
like,
yeah,
that's
like
me.
just drawing stuff on the screen. Yeah, no.
It's
oh
like
man.
crazy.
I mean, we're still in the clown phase. We're trying to at least make it to the 8-year-old phase where we're just making money.
Yeah, right? That's good. I think it's awesome, like, I think it's awesome that you guys, because podcasting is a creative outlet.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
one of the most creative outlets. Like you said, man, you got to talk to people, you get to know people. I've never met you before today, and I
Yeah.
feel like conversation is
Like,
like,
we're fucking
flowing.
vibing. We're talking.
Yeah, yeah,
having a
agreed,
good time. I
agreed.
don't know about you.
You
but
know,
we're fucking-
I feel you, man. I feel you. Don't think just 'cause you're chilling, man. I know who you are.
I can
know,
feel you. I
see
see you. I see
Yeah, I
through
see
you.
you, dude.
Can I get another beer? I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's on to me.
No, that's funny.
Oh,
but
man.
you guys don't do anything other than podcasting creatively wise?
I mean, I mainly just the videos and stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I've been
cool.
taking a hiatus.
Okay.
The last one I did, it was a little wild. I liked how it went because it was a little dark,
Uh-huh.
which I never do. But it threw everyone by like it caught everybody by surprise. Like, oh my god, like what the fuck? But it feels good because I'm actually editing a video again recently, like for a game, and
Oh, cool.
it feels good because I'm like, wow, I'm going back to what I like.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
especially when you take a good break and you dive into it, you feel like, oh, it's familiar.
That's
you kind of know
true.
what you want to do. Because when you hit burnout, you're just like, I'm doing it because I want to. Like, I'm doing it because I feel like I have to do it.
I
Yeah.
I hate
hit
that.
a point.
I really hate that.
I hit that point. I started making rugs, like
Mm.
I jumped on that trend of, making
Yeah.
rugs and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it for a really long time. Well, not like a really long time, like, years. No,
Yeah.
but, for the whole year, I was like really into it. I got pretty good at it and stuff like that. I sold a couple, but then like it started to get to a point where like, oh, I want this and you got to make this. And it's like, I was just like, man, like, so then it like, I had to fit it into my schedule, right? So like,
Yeah.
I would come home from working a full-time job, and then now I have to spend 3 hours downstairs in my garage with no AC, no heater,
Oh.
and just like bang out this rug because like I gave this person a 2-week deadline. You know what I mean?
Damn.
But like,
Damn.
it's like I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
I have a relationship, a house. Like I want to come home and chill. Like but
Yeah.
obviously when people are like expecting it, it's like
It drains you because
man.
you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
people want this, people want this.
Because like
people
I want to
this.
do it because I want to do it, not because I
Yeah.
have to do it. So I kind of
Yeah.
stopped. I kind of was like, no, like I wasn't even motivated to do it at all.
I
You
think
know? I was just
me
like,
and you have had that mentality with streaming sometimes. Like there's days
Yeah.
where we'll be like, oh, we're streaming today, then stop, like we'll do like a 10-hour thing, and then we're back at it 10
Yeah.
hours and back at it 10 hours. But then we're like,
Another month.
oh my god, it sucks.
That's crazy. You guys actually stream 10 hours?
We streamed for a long. He's doing 24 hours.
I've done
Holy
24 hours.
shit.
Successfully. I've tried so many times, but I'd be
Dang.
like, all right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab something from my room, and then
Yeah, right. Me.
I'll collapse. I never come back. They're like, is he dead?
Yeah. Any chance to sleep? I'm like
Just like going on it real
Yeah,
I
quick.
wish I could do that.
24 hours. That's impressive.
That
dude.
shit was burning him. He was falling asleep.
I was falling asleep watching some Bean animation videos. Just like,
Had one of my sister when we were a lot younger, when Sims was like really popular. I don't remember.
Yeah,
she
The
stayed up
Sims.
for 3 days taking
Oh,
like hour nap
shit.
intervals. Like, like just straight playing that game. It was the funniest thing ever.
That's so funny because like you hear like, oh, The Sims, like why The Sims? Like other games you're like, okay, I get it because you want to achieve this, but you're like, The Sims?
Yeah, The Sims, right? She was like, dude, I got my whole life set up, and you know, I got like my career job. I'm like,
oh yeah, but like, what about real life?
What's up, real life? You haven't left your room in 3 days, dude. Like, what the fuck? Nah, I love
Are you
it,
okay?
Yeah, I thought it was the funniest thing. I mean, it's like it happened like years ago, and like till this day we talk about it. We're like, you know, fucking remember that time you stayed up for 3 days? So I get it. Gaming can be addictive.
Oh yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
especially if you're trying to entertain, you're like, I want to stay on as long as I can. Because the thing is with that, you don't get people right away. As soon as you start streaming, of course you won't. But like when you keep it on consistently, you'll get a chance to interact with more people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's a certain point where you're like, oh, I'm already tired, and I'm keeping it up because I kind of want to see if I get more people. You're playing the game because you're playing it, or you're like, okay, I guess I'll stream for a little longer.
Yeah, it gets to the point where it kind of feels like it becomes another job.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. You want it
Which
to be
hell no,
fun.
you just want it to be fun. You want it to be fun.
Playing
Until
the
you
game.
start making money, it just feel like a job.
Yeah,
you
dang.
know?
That's crazy, dude. I hear people get like rich off that stuff too.
Big
Like,
time.
just,
There was some streamer. Fuck, how much did he get? It was Ninja when he got the mixer contract.
He got millions.
There's this guy, the streamer, he was like really big for like this game and stuff on this platform Twitch, and this other platform Mixer is another streaming competitor. They're like, oh, we need people to come to our site, and he's a big guy, so we'll buy him out. Like, millions of dollars just so he can play games on there.
Probably somewhere around
millions.
like
can I?
60 million or something.
Yeah, like
Like $1
$60
million?
million. Like 60 mil, like
Like
about
something like that.
I think. I'm not
Maybe
too
more,
sure.
maybe less.
Well,
Imagine
it had
how
to.
much
It had
the guys
to
that
been.
are making that game getting paid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. It had to have been more because there's this thing called subscriptions. Like you pay for like a subscription like for anything, right? Well, I'm talking like in that term for the damn streaming service.
Yeah.
But like they were offering like free ones, but the thing is, yeah, it's free for you, but that just means the company's paying out and buying them, so it's stacked up even more for his wallet.
Yeah. Dang, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it that way.
It's insane.
My man's was making bank, dude.
It's insane how much you can fucking make off of content creation.
Imagine where games came from too, like just
in
such a short amount of time.
People were like, "Oh, I just want to do this so we can have fun."
Yeah, and then it's
But
like,
just
no, I'm gonna
just
make it
blew
a
up.
job. I'm just gonna be the best I've ever been, better than every other gamer. People are gonna want to watch me.
I feel bad though because there is 100% a quota with certain contracts. Like people have to make a certain amount of hours. That's why a lot of streamers they'll stay up for days. Like
damn, that's crazy.
Really, really long. And that's because they want to get it out of the way so they can spend the rest of their week doing something else.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Can't
chilling.
be good for your health.
No.
Yeah,
Hell
speaking
no.
24 hours in, right? Yeah. Slept.
This one was not too good after.
Right? How long did you sleep after that?
I feel like
don't
a day
know.
and a half, right? It felt like a day and a half. We're like, James, you
I
good?
was like, man, I'm just gonna shut down.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking shut down.
Oh man.
Because when you do things like that, you gotta take a break for a while. Because
Yeah.
it can also take a mental toll on you.
Yeah.
You get all fucking tired.
Yeah, and then your eyes, like, during COVID or whatever, I played a lot of Call of Duty online and stuff like that. That was like my game.
You're like, I got all this free time, and then you're just like, I'm back at it.
My girlfriend always makes fun of me because I'd be like, I shot him first, but I'd be dead, and she'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, that's why you're dead, you know? And I'd be like, fuck, dude.
The backseat
It was the
gaming.
lag.
Yeah, but that's all I did. Like, just from the moment I woke up, I'd just jump on, just, hey, like, I would hit up my cousins and stuff, like, hey, you guys on? Yeah, what's up? We had like a whole group chat, like, I can go play games. Oh, man, but after, like, that was, like I said, about the time I picked up rugs, then I stopped. I just couldn't, but I would be on there so long that at the end of the day, like, or at the end of the night when I would, like, finally get off, my eyes would just hurt.
It hurts. And then, like, you feel your body, like,
Yeah, because you're, like, so, like, you gotta, like, sit,
especially the positions you have to be in.
propped up.
It's even worse for a computer because you're always, like, upright. No matter what. You can't even get lazy. You have to, like, shut your arms out and stuff, so.
I still get lazy.
I know you do. You're fucking. Like, all right, especially League. Damn it. I know you're over here like, oh, I'm going.
Like that one South Park episode with Cartman.
Oh man.
I don't know if you watch South Park, but there's a.
I did when I was a lot younger, not much more now.
Wow. They did an episode where they're gaming, but they got like too damn addicted to it, so they're like really obese and like all nasty and sweaty, pimply, and they're like sitting like this, like with the keyboard, like.
That makes sense. I feel like I've seen a meme or something about that.
Probably.
Yeah, everything's a meme now.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
It's kind of crazy if you think about that a little bit, right? Like, no matter how much the situation, like how big the situation is, there's always a way for people to make fun of it. Like
Literally.
meme it 100%.
And I feel like everything gets memed so quickly.
Yeah, it's insane. Like it's so funny because I'm like, that's really cool. Like it's really creative, but it's like we're really desensitizing everything right away.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Everything's just a joke,
Just
right?
immediately, that's it, blow it
I
off.
feel like that's how people kind of like
Cope.
Yeah,
I guess.
right. It's like a coping mechanism now. Like, fucking, this world is just horrible. Let's just like make fun of it.
Make fun of it. Hopefully, we can get by.
Yeah. Oh, this will pass.
Oh, my house burned down.
Oh my god. Funny that you said that. Literally, I have a funny story.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Last night, literally, at like 2 a.m, I hear like this loud like boom.
Oh fuck yeah.
And it like window.
That's near?
Yeah, so it
Oh,
like
shit.
vibrated my window. Dude,
the-
I woke up dead out of sleep. I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, I was so fucking scared. I thought someone, like my dumb ass, like I thought someone was trying to break in because like my dogs jumped up.
Yeah,
They started
yeah,
barking
yeah,
all
like-
crazy, like my bigger dog. He's got a loud bark, you know, so it like scared the shit out of us.
Holy shit.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I like looked outside, like I didn't see anything, and I was like, what the hell, whatever. Went back to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, driving to work this morning, my girlfriend calls me. She's like, yo, you know what that fucking, loud noise was last night? I was like, no, whatever. She's like, a goddamn house exploded 0.3 miles away from where we
Holy
live. I was
shit.
like, holy
That close?
fuck.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
dude, it like rattled my windows, dude. I was
Dude.
like, what the fuck?
That's so funny because like I woke up today, right? Like
Look at us.
I was already kind of like feeling all like. I woke up today. I was like, oh man, I just don't want to get up, right? And I check my phone. The first thing I see, house exploded in Victorville. I'm like, all right, day. I see how this is gonna start.
Yeah, great day, great.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Victorville
exactly,
never
man.
disappoints. I guess.
Literally. And I
Man.
was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Oh my
I
God.
was like, no wonder. And like, all these people were like talking about it.
Yeah.
And like, it was like just this huge thing. And I was like, what the fuck?
I can already see the comments like, oh, you shouldn't have left the stove on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
god damn, a
I
fucking
don't know, I
house
feel-
exploded, guys.
Yeah. Asshole. Maybe your
Yeah.
first question should be like,
Is
was
everyone
there
okay?
someone in
Yeah.
there? Yeah. Were
somebody
there people
die?
involved?
Yeah, which I haven't looked into it, but I really want to know what happened because that
I
was a
heard-
bad explosion.
I don't know. I've heard like 2 theories that the lady wasn't home, but her dogs were.
Oh.
But then I've also heard that the lady was there and her dogs were there as well, and the lady got airlifted. But then I've also heard that they were like breeding or something, and there was like a generator, and that's what caught on fire and exploded.
What?
I don't even know, and I don't know
that-
what's true, so don't.
That was hell
Quote
no,
me on
not that
anything.
kind of explosion.
Yeah,
That
but I
shit
was like, what the
fucking-
fuck? I mean, waking up in the middle of the night, waking up in the middle of the night
That-
last night like that.
Like,
Last thing I would have thought was, oh, a house just exploded.
it would have been even funnier because like you know how like the lightning and all the storms that came by and it was loud as shit.
Yeah.
If it happened around that time, we're like, oh, lightning again,
Yeah,
and you find out a
lightning.
fucking house exploded.
Yeah. Could you imagine how I woke up? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, hell no, I would have been fucking terrified. Actually, I don't know if I brought it up, but one night I was passed out. The thing is, I'm a heavy sleeper, but my family isn't.
Same.
100%. But I guess a car like there's like another house behind us, and then their front yard, their van caught on fire.
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
how, and it fucking exploded, and I guess it shook the house a bit.
Oh my god.
Like a little tiny bit. My fucking brother wakes up like, oh shit. My dad runs to his room like, are you okay, right? And then they
just
check
passed
like, Ralph, Ralph,
Dead.
the car fucking, there's a car that blew up. I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
I
Dude.
thought our car, no, in the back,
You're
and we
in the
look, there's a little bit of smoke. I'm like, oh, shit.
Man. I
And you went
remember.
back to sleep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Just,
Oh, okay.
man, I remember.
Not our car.
That reminded me of a story that one time I was slightly younger, and me and a couple of some family had stayed up all night. We were just like drinking at my house in the garage, and we hear this loud explosion, and the lights like flickered and like they went off, and we were like, what the heck, you know? We go out to the backyard, and this dude crashed into a light
Oh,
pole,
shit.
and it was like completely turned over, and we were
Oh.
like, what the fuck, you know?
shit.
And then so we like jumped my back fence because my uncle had woken up, and he like jumped the fence to see like if anybody was in there or heard, and like we had called 911 and all this like crazy stuff. And then we're like waiting there, and this random dude pops up next to us, and he's like, yo, like, that's my truck. You think the cops are going to be coming? We were like,
Whoa.
fuck? Like, you're the dude that was in. He's like, yeah, and I mean, this guy, like, just straight smelled like liquor, like, just straight alcohol.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I better get the fuck out of here. And, like, this dude just, like, took off running. And we were like,
You left your car here, man.
do
Like,
we stop him? Do we, my uncle was like, nah, like, his car's here. They're going to find him anyways, So that dude just, like, took off and, like, okay.
I can't imagine, like,
Yeah.
I gotta leave the crime scene. They'll never find me. All his papers are in
Literally
there.
registration.
Literally everything's in
just
there.
like, maybe his wallet, whatever.
You know what that's like? Oh man, I don't know. Have you ever seen The Office before? No.
Yeah, I love The Office.
You know when Kevin's messing with the trash compactor, and he's like, God, what happened over there? It's just like even though he's the one that did it, he's just like, wow, that's crazy, huh?
Oh yeah, he's like, what? I wonder what happened, and he's like so obvious about it. Like, I fucking love The Office.
God.
It's like one of my favorite shows.
I've been trying to show him, like, we started a grind to, like, start showing him. He's been liking it, but we stopped, and I want to keep going, but, like, we don't
keep
know
it
what
going.
it's
You will
about.
not regret it. I
Yeah,
always tell my girlfriend that because she's like, this is the most boring
man,
show ever.
it's
I'm like,
so-
dude, give it a chance.
so
If you give
funny.
it a chance, it would change your life. That is like fucking comedy,
Like,
the epitome of
The way I
of
see it is
comedy.
this. The way I see it is this. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is the peak show. Like, okay, look, it's not gonna be peak to everybody.
Yeah, true.
But it's so
It's so
fucking
good.
funny when you give it a chance. It
That's
really
true.
is. It
That's
really
true.
is.
That is
So
true because
many
I
good
love it.
moments.
I think it's like, man, and it's just like the jokes are just so like subtle.
Yeah.
Like they're not even like, oh, but like it's just like so like my favorite episode is like, boom, roasted. It's like just like
Stanley, you're fine. You crushed your wife when you have sex.
when you have sex,
Boom,
boom,
roasted.
It's Oscar, you're gay. Boom, roasted. Yeah. It's like that shit is so funny, dude. It's
so
just like, especially because like he went on the hiatus of like,
It's like a life discovery. Like, I gotta figure myself out.
yeah, like he went on this like whole journey, just like like really thought about it, and then came back like boom, roasted. Like
My favorite joke too from that episode is when he throws the bread. There's no birds. Caw-caw, like trying to call.
oh my god,
That's so funny.
I love that shit,
Oh
dude.
my God, man! I gotta
You guys
watch it. I have
watch
to.
it, give it a chance. I'm telling you, dude, you will
He's
not.
been
regret
giving
it.
it a chance.
I
We
will.
just took a stop. We
And
gotta
like
watch
I
it
always
again.
tell people, it's slow. It starts off slow.
it's-
You gotta get it, but it's like, they're building up.
Like,
they're
thing is, it pays off when you start watching
exactly
along.
because like literally the jokes will last like. If like there's a joke in the first season, like you'll hear about
It'll
it. in
come
the-
back.
Yeah, it's like always
and it's
comes back
even
in a later
funnier
season.
when it does come back.
Exactly. So it's like everything, like, because there was a couple episodes where my girlfriend would watch with me,
Mm-hmm.
and like one of her favorite episodes, she always mentions it, is when Kelly fakes that she's pregnant to Ryan, and then like it cuts to the camera and she's like, I think that is so. She thinks it's so funny. It's like that's a fucking joke,
Then-
dude. Like just straight like.
Then when he's like,
And then it cuts back to like whatever the fuck they're doing, Oh my god, that's so funny.
so what do you got, James? Because I know you got something in your noggin.
I got something.
Yeah,
I don't got
Let's
nothing
hear it.
right
I
now.
can see it. That nose is growing
God.
right now.
Huh?
That nose is growing right now. There's an idea forming.
Like Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
What about it?
Pinocchio.
What?
I like that movie.
Geppetto.
What was
The
your like?
puppet master. I'm just kidding.
What?
What was your childhood favorite shows?
Yeah, that's good.
Like, oh,
It's not like movies and such. If you didn't watch so many shows,
I don't know.
just anything.
I guess I wouldn't say that I really had like a favorite childhood show, but I feel like how people are like were you like a Disney kid or were you like a Nickelodeon kid?
Yeah.
I feel like I was like a Nickelodeon kid. That's kind of what I like
Hell yeah.
watched a lot of growing up and stuff like that.
Nickelodeon. Johnny Test.
That's not
Nah.
Nickelodeon at
I mean,
all,
that's
dog.
Cartoon Network.
No, that is Cartoon Network. I think. Well, I am
Rugrats. There you go.
slightly a little bit older than you guys, so like
Rocco.
Rugrats, like Rocco,
Real Monsters.
yeah,
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, always a classic.
more- yeah.
But then I also like,
He dabbled.
yeah, like I just,
I'd always been like that. My dad, as much as, because he likes the Doors and stuff, and I brought
Yeah.
that up to you.
Yeah.
As much as he likes that, he fucking hated certain things. Like, he was very
Really?
strict to me.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Thing is, and
Dad.
I appreciate it because, like, I became the person I am, and I'm like really
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
and well mannered,
Yeah, of
for the
course.
most part.
yeah, aren't we all?
But,
I don't know about that one.
yeah. Well, not to you, damn it.
He
But-
bullies me.
Nah, you bullying me. Fucker. It's a. Come
It's
on.
okay.
It's a mutual
I gotta
bully.
act innocent. I gotta act innocent.
Right.
So basically, so it would only be Nickelodeon for me growing up. 100%.
Oh, okay.
Not the baby stuff.
Disney, yeah, like of course, like Disney, but like most of the time when I was a little kid, I'm like, ew, girl cartoons.
Yeah,
Change it.
right.
You didn't watch
but-
Barbie?
you wouldn't catch me dead watching Barbie.
Right.
But
I feel like my mind completely like drew a blank of just like all these like shows and stuff that I like grew
it's
up
okay.
watching.
You're gonna tap in. You're gonna be like, oh, I remember.
Well, I'm like, actually, I did tap in right now,
Ooh.
because I thought of a Funko Pop that I bought a while ago, and it's Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo, which were like some of my like very favorite shows,
Hell
like
yeah.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, that was actually on Cartoon Network. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dexter.
Well, yeah, you're bringing up the other three that are from
Wait a
Cartoon
second,
Network.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of all,
Yeah.
I think about Nickelodeon a lot because I would watch Nickelodeon, but
Yeah.
I was kind of just like
I mean, that's
whatever
like,
caught my attention was
Fluent.
like
yeah.
my attention.
Well, I was 100% banned from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it was obviously more. I feel
A
like Cartoon
little
Network was a little bit more
crazier.
like crude with, they had like Billy and Mandy
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
shit.
Man.
And, like,
Ed and Eddie was the one I could never watch. Like as much as I really wanted to, there was so much
loved Ed.
violence.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Like a lot of the shows, like like even like Ren and Stimpy, a lot of like it had like adult jokes
Yeah.
that I didn't really like,
Yeah.
kind of like get. Even like Cat Dog. I don't know. Cat Dog was on Cartoon Network.
Nick.
Right?
Yeah.
But even that
Yeah.
was like kind of a crude.
Yeah, like
show.
oh
It had,
god,
like,
what the hell's going
little
on?
like insinuendos of
Yeah.
adult jokes, but.
Oh yeah. Even
like-
SpongeBob had those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like every
Every
cartoon,
cartoon.
without
Cartoon.
one.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know,
They gotta entertain everybody. You know?
yeah, right. I'm sure if like these parents are stuck watching it all day.
Yeah. What's so funny? You'll learn later.
Yeah, you'll get it later.
don't
We
get
all
it.
get it later.
I'm good.
Explain, please.
What about movies? You guys, what kind of movies you guys?
What kind of movies?
This guy watches Marvel movies.
I mean, if we were talking about childhood, which no,
Oh.
not yet, sir.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
The Incredibles is obviously a childhood one.
Yep,
Come
100%.
on.
I
Monsters,
was
Inc.
a big fan of Nemo as a little
Oh,
kid.
Nemo.
I was a big fan of Toy Story.
That's
Growing
that,
up,
yeah,
I
that's-
really love Toy Story.
Toy Story's nice.
The one I can't remember. I was watching this movie. I forgot. I was watching the sequel. Oh, I was watching Star Wars. I was watching the prequels.
Oh,
I was
okay,
watching
yeah,
them
yeah.
first as a kid. I never knew about the originals.
Uh-huh.
Then I saw like 1, 2, 3. I watched them all, and then I'm like, oh, they already made 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
and they look so old to me. I'm like,
You didn't understand
this looks so
it.
cheap, right? Like
You're like, how did it just
yeah,
get
like,
worse
yeah,
over time?
huh? Right? Like I was so confused.
Yeah,
Like I was
right.
like, what's going on?
Yeah, I actually was introduced to Star Wars by a brother-in-law of mine.
Oh,
And so, like, I watched it all in order because he, like, knew
like,
how.
here you
yeah,
go.
Like, you start with, I'm like, but this isn't the first one, but
no. This is the
you'll
one.
get it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, okay, like, so, but I wouldn't say like, I'm, like, a huge, like, Star Wars
Yeah,
fan, but
I
that was, like, my, like, memory of
I feel like a lot of people have had a Star Wars introduction. Whether
everybody. I mean,
Yeah,
it's such a
everyone
big
had.
franchise, like,
yeah,
that,
it's too big to not know about, especially when family is like, oh my god, you're old enough to know.
yeah, right. Finally, you'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel like your movie, I guess, preference have changed as an adult?
Oh.
Like, what do you prefer movies like as an adult?
Oh, violent movies.
Yep, horror.
Like horror movies?
Horror,
Me too.
I
like horror movies
love
now.
horror
I
movies.
really like horror
Ernie
movies
doesn't
now.
like horror movies.
No, I love horror
Bitch.
movies. I think it's like, if you ask me what favorite genre, it's definitely
What's your
horror.
favorite horror movie?
Oh, got any
That's a
classic?
hard question because
Yeah.
I don't think it necessarily. It's like everything is so different. Like everything is
I get
so.
They got their own categories of like.
Yeah, you can't just be like, oh yeah, this is my
like,
favorite
this was
one.
so good
you
because
know?
of the
But,
body
like,
horror, and this was so good
yeah.
because psychologically fucks you up.
Yeah, but I feel like I am like definitely like, who isn't like a fan of the classics, right? You
Yeah.
got to be a fan of the classics to be a like horror person, but
Friday.
yeah, I think like
Cougar.
definitely like I love Freddy Krueger. Like I love the whole concept of like his like
Just thinking in the nightmares.
well, like just like why he even like begins to like start killing, right? Because
Yeah.
that's like a fucked up
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Which is why I didn't like that they changed it in the newer
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that he's like actually the rapist or whatever.
yeah,
And I'm
I
like,
was like, that's not
that
right.
doesn't make any sense. Like
Yeah.
They made a new one?
I
didn't
in
even know.
2008, I think. I don't know.
yeah, something like
Oh.
that. Where
That
like
was during that time, man. Everybody was being rebooted.
they,
And,
yeah,
my
true,
God.
but then I also like movies like like House of a Thousand Corpses and like The Devil's Rejects and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Cause
So like the dirty, grungy shit.
yeah, like I just
it's
there's
so
like
funny.
something about that like genre of like horror movie because it's like I feel like not a lot of people explore that, like,
that genre.
It looks 100% down. Like,
yeah,
look
but
down
it's like
upon
there's
them.
shit out there like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like that dirty shit that you don't want to think about. Like that shit is fucking
That's
out there.
and
Yeah.
it's nasty
So,
when
yeah,
you see
and
it.
it's like, you know, and then you got like these, you know, like, you know how they like depict these people in like House of a Thousand Corpses, like just like these like hillbilly like motherfuckers, like just you
like
know,
evil because they just are.
because they just
like,
fucking
that's
are.
just how we are.
You know, it's just like, who the fuck is gonna stop me? You
Yeah,
know, so like
exactly.
that really like just taps into like
It's so funny. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, because I don't know, like ever since I was a kid, I wouldn't be scared. I just couldn't explore it, like horror.
yeah.
There were moments I had like a little like, oh my god, but I've always been scared of natural disasters. That stuff's always gonna scare me because
Oh,
that
okay,
shit's
yeah.
not stoppable no matter what.
yeah, literally.
So you can't do anything about it. But like my family seeing me like, oh, like he's innocent and all that stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, I watched this movie, watched that one, and then they're like, Jesus,
What the
man,
fuck?
like
Yeah.
you watched this? I'm like, yeah, and I played that shit on loop.
yeah, right.
You know, a movie I like, it's like, I guess a little underappreciated. I don't know, Sleepaway Camp. Have you heard that one?
I'm sorry, which one?
Sleepaway Camp. No,
No.
you have not.
I've never heard.
It's
of that.
very cheesy. It really is.
But I love cheesy like horror movies.
it's
I
like-
think that it gives like a
Yeah.
gives something to
Well,
it.
yeah, because it's like it's here to entertain. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be good, but
Yeah, but
you're
it's
gonna
like-
have a good time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. That's funny. I was gonna completely lost my train of thought too. You said Sleepaway Camp, but then I also like films like, I guess I don't know what you'd call like Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, kind of like indie.
Like just like indie
I
guess
violent kind of stuff like.
yeah, like where things are kind of like, you know, like what the fuck is
Gory.
the story even
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know?
Like
Just
little,
random
little
violence.
bit mysterious, like what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on?
Well, like I like the style that like
Yeah.
Tarantino did, like Kill Bill in, like where that scene is like all in black and white, like that scene where she's just like killing all
It's
these
like-
fools. Yeah, and it's like in black and white, and it's
Yeah.
like that's like smart, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's like
I think it's really cool because it plays with the colors a lot. Because you see black and white, then you can clearly tell the blood's like like it's very vibrant, even if
Yeah,
it's black and
even
white.
if
You're like,
it's
wow,
black
that's
and white.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That's funny. I can respect that, you know, and like I just really like horror in general. I've even thought about like getting into short films.
Oh,
Have you seen, dude? Check out short horror films on like YouTube. You'll come across like some very creative people that just like know how the fuck, and like I'm talking like, you know, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like just like,
like
okay,
they'll find a
people
way
think,
to
like,
shake you up in
yeah,
5
in like
minutes.
5 minutes, dude, or like 15 minutes. It's crazy, dude. Check it out. I've seen a lot of it, and I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
like, you know, it's pretty easy. Not that it's not.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like,
like,
you're like, wow, like
no, I
they
mean,
did it in
not.
that short amount of time. Maybe I
Yeah,
should try
exactly. But it's like maybe try it out. You know what I mean? Because I've like thought of things because.
I really wanted to delve into horror, actually. Like,
Yeah.
I really wanted to. Like, I've looked at it. Like, I brought it up to my friends. I'm like, dude,
Like as far as like writing or like actually filming,
just like either filming or writing. Like,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do like, even if I do like stupid little parodies, like in
Yeah.
the sense of like Evil Dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how it's a little too campy and too funny, like all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like, I want to do stuff like that, like where it's a little obvious. It's like summer camp killer, and then it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
don't like watch out the knife, and you see like the blood packet
Yeah.
in the white shirt, and then,
Oh, okay, okay,
he's
yeah,
killing
yeah,
me,
yeah.
he's killing me. Like something
Yeah,
like that,
like scary
that'd be
movie
funny.
type
Yeah,
shit.
like that. Just so like it's still supposed to be like, oh my god, it's scary, but it's
Yeah.
self-aware as hell.
Yeah,
I like that
exactly.
kind of stuff. It's also really funny to me.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to like dabble in like making short horror films because I think I'd be really good at it.
Hell yeah.
I think I have like a very like, or I could have like a very like twisted mind, and I think that that's like what intrigues a person into horror, right? It's like, why do you watch it? Because it's like crazy.
Because you're like, you never think of that.
Yeah, you'd never think.
And
that.
then when you finally see it, you're like, wow.
I'm not a killer.
Holy
Like
shit.
I'm not gonna go. Like,
Yeah, which is even funnier because you're like, I'm not a killer, but this would be really
but this would
creative.
be yeah, but like I could think of the best way to kill someone. Like, you know, it's just like what, you know. But
It's like, ooh.
it's like crazy. Yeah, right. Just kidding. It's for a movie.
Yeah.
But, you know, so the fact that like people can like tap into that side for a movie and then like come out and be like,
Just like, I'm a normal dude.
yeah, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think that that's cool because, you know, most of these people like are normal, just people just like creating out this like crazy ass event or whatever.
Yeah, I say go for it.
I was going to say, have you ever, like, whenever you watch them, have you ever experienced a nightmare from watching these movies? Like, at all?
No,
Never?
personally.
Why?
Damn. How about
Chucky
you?
was mine.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Chucky was mine.
That's when,
I remember. I don't know how old I was. Probably below 5.
Yeah, Chucky was pretty crazy. I remember watching Chucky pretty young.
I got like prison shanked by Chucky when I was a child.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god, dude. I guess like I can't maybe distinctly remember like having a nightmare or whatever, but like I do remember being afraid of Chucky because my mom had this like life-size doll. Like till this day, it creeps me the fuck out.
It's always
it is
the
the
doll.
ugliest doll.
You
I
should
hate
bring.
it.
Is it the nasty like the cut up one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Got
like
it. It's always that
and
one.
it's like life size, so it's like this doll.
Oh
You
my
know,
God,
it's like
what the
oh,
fuck?
it's the creepiest thing.
You know
and,
what's you know what'd be even scarier too? If like it's in the box, like your mom's like, oh, it never comes out of the box.
Oh no, it comes out.
I'm just
It's
like
being out of the
just to like mess with you a bit, like
Yeah.
like one day it's just standing there or whatever, right? You walk out of the room, she walks in, turns the head a little bit,
Yeah, okay.
and then you walk back in, you're like, oh shit.
See, like that's the funny thing about it because Chucky, you know, that stupid chant where she brings Chucky back to life.
Oh my god, she did that?
No, not my mom, but my
okay.
sisters. I have older sisters,
did
and
the
they're
whole thing.
evil, dude. Sisters
Hell
are evil.
yeah.
And I remember one time my sister, I woke up. She woke me up for school, but it was like way early, dude.
Oh, shit.
And she had like duct taped the knife to the like doll's hand, and she like woke me up and she like threw the doll in there and like
hell no.
slammed the door
Oh, hell.
and started chanting that stupid chant. And I was like,
hell
dude,
no.
at the time I was like maybe like 4th, 5th grade, and
my
I was
God.
like
just
screaming my head
imagine.
off like, let me back out
Like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I was so
do it,
scared.
Dambala. Give me the power I beg of you.
Yeah, dude, just horrible, just traumatized me. It's just horrible, you know, just traumatized the fuck out of me
Hell
any
no.
chance given, and like, oh, I hated that doll, dude. You know,
Man.
like, and my sisters just any chance they got to like fuck with me with that doll, it was like
Right there,
just
immediately, like
there, you know, like thank God Annabelle wasn't out until
Oh,
like
man,
I was
that-
in adult, cause fuck, that would have been horrible.
For me, I mean, I've had like not a nightmare of Chucky, but I remember my grandma, like she lived with my aunt at one point, and she didn't like us. She didn't like us being in her room a lot, and she'd be like, corre, like get out, Chucky's
Yeah.
in here.
I know
Chucky's,
Spanish, by
Chucky
the way.
lives. Oh, okay, like corre, Chucky lives in here. I don't really know it, so like if you see me fuck it up, that's on me. I'm very whitewashed.
Anyway,
Like, what the way, like
I'm gonna
Chucky, like Chucky's in here, Chucky lives in here, and every time it'd get me and my cousin like, oh my god.
I would be scared too. Dude,
But we
that's
always
fucked
look
up.
around like she's lying. She has
Right.
to be.
right, that can't be real. That can't be real. Ah,
But
man, just
I've never gotten nightmares from horror movies. I actually like it's weird. I really do have nightmares,
same.
but I did have an honest to God one recently. It felt so fucking weird. Like it just felt desolate. I don't know.
Oh,
I woke up
I
in the
know
middle like of the desert, like nothing. Everything was empty,
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
you just see like a fucking like nothing but black, like closing
Yeah.
in
Oh, I feel you.
slowly. And I
I've
don't know.
experienced like sleep paralysis, kind of.
Oh shit! Really?
Well, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I've experienced like major sleep paralysis. Like,
Shit.
believe me or not, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Like, if
Nah.
anybody thinks like, no, not like that. But like,
Yeah.
I've like had it where like I've like woken up and then like I'll go to because like basically the story is I've like seen myself sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but I don't know how like
Whoa.
I jumped back. Like it was crazy. So like, essentially the story goes, I was sleeping. I
He's
had-
not sleeping tonight for sure.
Yeah.
He's already
I
fucking
know.
freaking out.
yeah. No, but it like is crazy shit. Like I would have like sleep paralysis dreams a lot, like where I couldn't move, I couldn't do this, whatever. But then one night I had came home from hanging out with some friends, and it was pretty late, and I laid down on my couch in the living room and I was watching TV, and there was literally no other lights on in my house other than the light from the TV. So I'm just chilling, whatever. Apparently I knocked out. Like I knocked out on the couch sleeping, and I wake up in the middle of the night and it's like freezing cold in my living room,
Hell
right?
no.
But then I wake up, everything is like pitch black, but all I can see is just like my TV, like the light, you know, like, and my couch, and just essentially just like my living room. And
Yeah.
then I see that the door is like cracked open, my front door. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is the door like, and I'm not even tripping yet. Like, I'm not
It's like,
scared. I'm
whoa.
not like whatever, but I'm like, why is the door like open or cracked open, whatever. So like I get up and I shut the door and I shut the door and I walk back to the couch and I like lay back down, and I look over at the door again and it's cracked open again, and I'm like, dude, that's weird. Like I know that I
Like, I just closed it.
I just closed it. Like everything felt so real to me. So like I got up again and I shut the door, I locked it, I like checked it, and I was like, okay. And I turned around and that's when I just seen like my body like sleeping. And then I don't know like what happened or whatever, but I just remember being like fucking startled, like scared, like what the hell?
shit.
And then I woke up in real life and it was the daytime. It was like morning time.
Holy
I was
shit.
like, what the fuck? Dude,
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
what the fuck? It was crazy, you know?
Man,
That's probably like one of the craziest.
That sounds surreal.
Experiences I've ever.
The one I had, I mean, it could have been similar, but like it just felt weird because like just in the desert, like a darkness kind of swarming everything. The worst part is like I heard like whispers of my past. Like,
that's creepy.
It just felt like I was dying, to be honest. Like I feel like those are your final moments. You're in there. You're everything that's coming to you, like that you've known, is finally closing in, and like it just consumed me, and it fucking like I just like woke up like all fucking terrified.
Holy I kind of know what you mean. I've had it. Scared. Yeah, I've had it where like yeah, I used to get like really bad. Like 5 years ago, it was just like really bad. Like every night I went to bed, I knew that like I would be like afraid to go to sleep, and not necessarily because I would have like a dream, but just because like it was like this like heavy feeling on my chest. Like I guess the best way that I could describe it, and it only ever happened if I like laid on my back. Like even now I'm like a side sleeper, so I don't ever really like I'm like ready to go. Yeah, just curled up in a little ball. But it only really ever happened. But it would be like when I was like dead tired, you know, like I'd just be so tired from like working crazy hours at work, or you know, like also trying to keep up like a social life and just like doing all these things, and like, you know, I would like get home and I would like lay down, and it was always like right in the midst of like me falling asleep, and I would feel like I guess the best way to describe it would be like something or like someone on top of me. Like, and I cannot move. Pressure. Like no matter how hard I try, like I'm conscious, or like I'm cautious of it. Like I can feel this thing like just like weighing down on me.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like heavier and heavier, and like you said, it's like seeping in. Like
like
it like darkens,
crowds you. Yeah.
And I'm like trying like so hard to move, and I cannot move a muscle in my body.
Yeah, that's. Ooh.
And then like you know, I'm a big believer in God or whatever, so I just like would like pray and be like, you know, like just whatever is happening, because it's like a nasty feeling. It's like scary. And I would just be like, please, dude, like just get me out of here, you know, and like I would just like, you know, wake up, and I'd be awake in the next morning or something. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck?
That's like creepy.
Yeah, it's fucking it's a
honest to God,
it's a horrible feeling.
Like I feel like with certain things like that, you want to just wake up and like either you're like shook or like you want to scream. Like
cold sweat.
Definitely, I definitely like when I had that nightmare, like if it wasn't for the fact that I have my I live with my family and all that stuff, and they're asleep. Yeah. I genuinely would have fucking started screaming, like freaking out.
Yeah, I'm
like that shit shook me like crazy. I don't know, like I can't say it's like a glimpse, you know, like because we don't necessarily know what happens when you die, but like, damn, if that's how it is, that's terrifying.
People always say, I've always heard the term like, you know, people get in like near-death experiences. You know, people say like, oh man, like my life flashed before my eyes. But I feel like I've been in like a near-death experience. I got into a really bad car accident in 2018. I broke 2 ribs. It was just like all fucked up. And the best way to describe my experience was, you ever seen like a war movie where like someone throws a bomb and like it's like too close to them and everything just sounds like distant and like far away? That is exactly what it sounded like. So I got hit, and like there's like these flashes where I like come in and out of like consciousness. Whoa. And like everything would just be black, and then like I'll come in and I'll hear like that like ringing, you know, and I just like see like my car spinning out of fucking control, and then it's like black again, and then I like come back in, and then like the last thing I remember is like I woke up and like my ears are still ringing and everything still like sounds like far away, and all I see is like my entire like front end of my car like crashed in. My hood is smoking. Everything around me is destroyed. My hands bleeding. My fucking neck is bleeding. Like everything, there's just blood everywhere basically. And I like, you know, I couldn't take my key out of my car, and everything is just like in slow motion at this point. Like I'm just like so like, dazed, dude. Like literally like in a movie, like someone just got a grenade thrown by them. And like eventually like I get to the trunk, and then these guys run over, and like, you know, the rest is history or whatever. But yeah, it was like crazy. Jesus. So like I didn't have like my life flashed before my eyes. I had like a. But
you felt like.
Fuck.
Like you could like black out completely right there in that moment.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's funny. I always tell people like, oh man, if I would have died in that car accident, my last word would have been fuck, because I just remember like trying to avoid it and being like fuck, just so bad. Oh my god. Just could you imagine?
How did it happen?
I was driving down this highway, and that highway, it's like a long stretch of road, and it's like, I think it's like 60 miles an hour. So I was like cruising at like 55, 60. And there's literally nothing on this goddamn road other than a single gas station in the middle of nothing, in just the desert, literally, and then this gas station. And and then there's a light. I have the green light, so it's like I pass like the lights here, and then like the gas station's kind of like here. So like I go through the light, and then this lady in a Ford Taurus decides to pull out in front of me.
Jesus,
so I like
man.
swerve this way, and then she like pulled more forward, and we just like straight. Like I was already going so fast that like. Yeah, and then it just like hit, and like I don't remember the airbag exploding. I don't remember the like. Literally, I remember nothing. I remember being like "fuck," and then coming in and out of conscious. Like the next thing I remember is my car spinning. I go out, I come back in. I'm still spinning. Go back out, and then I'm just sitting in the desert on the other side of the complete opposite side of the street that I was on. And my car's crushed, dude. I was in a 1994 Honda Civic.
Fuck.
Yeah,
that shit did not survive.
yeah, literally.
Oh
like
my
if I
God.
could show you
Holy shit.
pictures, I would. But like, dude, it was just like it was horrible.
Hell.
It's all crunched.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that my ribs were broken until 4 days later.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
God.
dude, it was. I sneezed, and me and my girlfriend heard a crack, and I was like,
Oh.
and she was like, "Was that your rib?" And I was like, "I think so." Like, I mean. When I talk about like excruciating pain, like it hurts to breathe. Okay, like just simple breaths, not breathing hard, just simple like your average everyday, just the breaths that you don't even pay attention to. It hurt to do that. So like just in constant pain, it was the worst fucking thing that ever happened to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I broke my front one, which was my 9th one, and then my 12th rib right in the back.
Damn.
Shit.
I think they healed wrong, so that's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
That's actually insane. I don't even know what to say to that.
You guys never had any crazy injuries like that?
No.
I mean, other
Not
than
me.
like fucking spraining my arm, that's about it. I've never gotten to like
I've
any
never-
crazy accidents. I've never actually gotten badly injured. So
It's good. Me neither up until that point. I was 25.
25.
No. Fuck, 2018. I don't even know how old I was.
you're
I'm 27 now.
27 subtract
23, I think. No, 18.
Can we get a math
I'm fucking horrible.
competition on
I was 23, right?
Even
Yeah.
I'm blanking out.
I knew it. I was
Video would be
23.
molding,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah. I'm really smart at math, guys.
Us too.
Yeah. But honestly, that was probably like the worst injury, I guess, I've ever sustained, you know. I dislocated my knee before, and I was on crutches for 6 months.
Jesus.
I've had kind of a lot of injuries, but never like any like serious to like send me to the hospital. Like,
Nothing critical.
well, besides breaking my ribs, but even then it was only a night in the hospital. Not even
wow,
overnight,
just
like just hours.
Yeah, the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so nothing too crazy. But I've like
can't-
gotten injured a lot. Like I fell out of a freaking oak tree one time in my
shit.
backyard, like just climbing it. And I was like almost to the top, and I went to go grab the branch, and it broke.
snapped.
And I just,
Yeah.
That's the worst
straight-
feeling.
And I laid there for 20 minutes because the wind was just completely knocked out of my lungs. I was just like, you know, like one of those things. Oh, it's fucking
Oh
horrible.
man.
Wow,
Jesus.
you had a lot of crazy stuff happening. to you.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. You got to do crazy things, you know.
That's true.
I scraped one time the whole top of my foot riding a motorcycle with no shoes on, and I went to
Fuck.
turn, and I just
I can feel it. I can
yeah.
feel it. Fuck.
I've done a lot of dumb shit.
Holy
No
shit.
shoes on a motorcycle.
It's all about excitement, man. I definitely could say that I am like an adrenaline junkie. Like I'm always looking for
Like more things to do. Like, oh, okay, keep my
Yeah.
blood pumping. Let's go. Keep going.
yeah, pretty much.
Not
But
safe,
then
but fun.
Yeah, like safe, you know,
Well,
like
yeah, of
I'll do,
course,
but I
fun,
feel like
like-
I do like dumb shit, and I just like ultimately just get hurt. Like
Yeah.
I don't try to get hurt; it just like
It just
always
happens.
somehow seems to happen with me.
Holy shit, man.
I mean, at least you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting injured at the same time, but at least it's enjoyable. in one
yeah,
aspect.
right. It's enjoyable up until I get
Until
hurt.
the
Until
injury.
you
Yeah,
get
dude.
it. Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck, I broke my teeth. I broke my 2 front teeth when I was younger. Not my adult teeth. These are real.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
these are real, but yeah, I broke my 2 front teeth one
Fuck.
time riding a bike in Mexico.
Mexico?
Just straight handlebars to the fucking face.
That's so fucking bad.
Yeah, it was fucking
That's
horrible.
terrible.
That was in Mexico?
Yeah, so I'm Mexican, half Mexican. Doesn't look like it, but I am. But we were in Mexico because I have family, had family that lived out there. I was a lot younger. Like I said, I was in like fourth grade, fifth grade. And I have cousins out there that are like just straight Mexican kids from Mexico. Just
fucking going outside,
just
shirtless,
different fucking breed.
Fucking riding around
just a
like
different
nothing.
fucking breed out there. I'll tell you
100%.
that, man. And this kid, he came over to my grandma's house, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this fucking bike. Like, you know, you ride it, but there's no fucking brakes, so you gotta like put your foot in the tire." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude, that's fun." And like my grandma had lived on this hill. And it was like, it was just like a little bit, and then like a straight drop that like goes to this hill, you know? And whatever, we're all taking turns riding this bike down this hill because it's so fun. And I'll tell you one thing, I don't know if you've ever been to Mexico, but people are fucking reckless ass drivers out there. They're insane, dude. Like, they don't give a fuck about your street laws. Like, there's nothing, like, just, it's non-existent. It is crazy. Zoom. Yeah, it is non-existent.
I know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, and so, you know, everybody's, like I said, all my cousins and stuff, we're all taking turns riding this bike. Prior to me getting on the bike, my cousin had jumped on the bike, and he fell at the end of the hill, and he cracked his head open, and he just had just this fat knot in the back of his head.
Oh, God.
And I was like, Kevin's dumb. He doesn't, you know, he didn't know how to stop the bike, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get on it, you know, talking my shit, and I fucking got what I deserved. So I go down this hill, and the reason I had mentioned traffic is because I'm going down this hill, and right at the, like, very bottom of this hill, there's, like, an intersection. So you got to kind of, like, look before you hit the intersection.
You have to be ready to brake.
Well, so I'm kind of, like, looking at this intersection. I pass the intersection, and because I'm so busy looking at the fucking intersection, I forget that there's a guy coming this way. God. And he's just, like, fucking everywhere, you know? He's just, like, all over. So I go to, like...
Goddamn.
I find a spot in between two cars that I can kind of pull into to, like, let this guy go through, because he's coming for me. And I'd rather, like, hide before I get hit by a car. So I go to, like, tuck into that spot, but remember, no brakes. So I didn't have time to, like, stop my foot in the front tire, and the curbs in Mexico are fucking high, dude. And the front tire just rolled up that thing, and the little bar in between the handlebars.
No, that's even worse.
Just like, straight bam into my face, and all I remember happening is I dropped the bike. My mouth just popped of blood. I remember grabbing my mouth. And I left the bike there, and I ran back up this hill, and I told my cousin, "Go get the bike." Go get the bike, dude.
Walked it off.
Yeah. No, I did not walk it off. I'm like crying, tears, like just bloody fucking murder.
The half and half is really showing.
No, I was, trust me, I was in very, I mean, as soon as it happened, like, I didn't even, like, get a second to, like, think.
You reacted like,
it was like, oh my God, I'm like, cried, you know. Jesus. And I just ran back up this hill to go find my mom, and, you know, just, I had to go through, like, a sea of people. And my aunt's house, or my grandma's house, was so small, and her kitchen was so small. And I'm just, like, running through this house trying to, like, find my mom, this, like, little kid with my mouth gushing blood. And I remember finding my mom and her being like,
"Oh my God,
what the hell did you do?" You know, and, like, as my cousin's already in the kitchen getting, like, bandaged up from cracking his head. And I'm just, like, the idiot that was like, "I could do it better." And thankfully, my adult teeth came in, and I didn't have to deal with that. So.
No. Oh, God. That's good.
But, yeah,
that's good. Jesus.
It's fucked up, man.
I can imagine the fucking pain from it too. Just
thankfully, I don't remember. I was really young. I just remember that it was hurt. Like, it hurt a lot.
Jesus, man.
And I remember I had to wait. It was like a fucking holiday weekend. I can't remember what. But I just remember that we had to wait 2 days to come back to America so I can get my teeth fixed, dude. So here I am in Mexico with, like, a just bruised face and broken teeth, dude. Just fucking horrible. God. 2 days, man. I remember that. Like, I couldn't eat anything. It was a fucking horrible, dude.
Fucking no.
That's what I get for being a little shit.
Oh my God, man.
You don't got any pictures of it?
I'm sure my mom does. I like know for a fact that my mom does. Definitely not here.
We gotta get there.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Oh my God.
No, but yeah, it was just God.
You're quite the troublesome child.
Yeah, right. I don't feel like I was so much trouble. I was just like, Yeah, I was always looking for just something better to do, you know?
Just that adrenaline
just that
junkie.
adrenaline, yeah.
It's so funny because, like, if my dad were to hear all these stories, I mean, yeah, now he's like, okay, well, you guys were kids, but if I was growing up and we heard about all this, like, see what happens when you, like, you're not being, like, taught to do things correctly.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I'm like, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, I feel like I was a
100%.
pretty free kid. Like, my mom definitely kind of just was like, you know, we were always like just around family. So I kind of like grew up with like cousins my age, and it was always just like us, you know, at this like family event or family gathering, or even if it wasn't a family gathering, like, you know, we were just like constantly together. We still are, you know, I'm like a very family oriented person. And so we were just like always together. So I feel like, you know, when adults get together, they kind of focus on adults, and the kids kind of just like do their thing. And then, like, come when they're, like, thirsty or hungry. You know, and that's kind of, like, the kids that we were, like, hey, by the way, like, you know, and then, you know, or my mom would be like, okay, you know, sit down, it's time for lunch, for dinner,
I could just imagine you guys are hanging out, and then your cousin goes in, what's for food?
Yeah, like, you know, just, like, literally, we were pretty, like, free kids. Like, you know, I remember, like, growing up, like, being able to, like, play with, like, neighborhood kids and, like, riding bikes in the street and, like, definitely, like... Just we were always outside.
Yeah.
I was always outside.
That's cool.
That's
So I feel
really
like just
nice.
because I was just so like constantly being able to like do what was fun, I was always like looking for that. Like, hey, you want to ride this motorcycle? Yeah, sure. Like, let's go ride this motorcycle. You know.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I wish I had that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, different situations here for
But
me.
see, but you can have it now as adults.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. For me,
Go
it
buy a
was,
motorcycle. Just kidding.
I'm thinking about it.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my god, for me it was different. When I grew up in apartments, so there wasn't many
Okay.
kids my age around there. And even then, my parents were always like, oh, if I'm not out there, you're not going to be able to go out there because I don't want you guys getting hurt.
Yeah.
Thing is, when you're in apartments, yeah, it's like the street too, but like the apartments, these fuckers can turn the curb and they're in the street and there's really no room to play.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
So it's like really difficult for it. The only thing we had was a pool, but even then, I never went there
You
unless
can't-
I was with them. Obviously.
yeah.
But I just remember like always like I had my friends at school and stuff, but I'd never be able to go to their houses. They never been able to come to mine.
Oh, okay.
And all I really had was like video games the entire time, which is like
makes
our only
sense, right?
escape.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
100%.
look where it's got
yeah,
you.
100%.
You know.
It's
Podcast.
like it's a massive shift from how I was. Like I was very much out there with the kids, like on my friends, because of course
Yeah.
you know them, they're your friends.
Yeah, of course.
But like I was quiet as hell as a kid. Like I really didn't say too much. Like when I was with family, that's different. But
Yeah.
out and with like other people, not a single
Shy
peep
kid.
and all that stuff. I was really shy. I was very shy. I don't think I've cracked. Like I don't think I've broken out of that until like
High school?
middle. A little bit of middle, but that was just me being more like a dick because I was like, oh, like you could be a jerk now. It's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like,
Like that's definitely what it is. That's
Started
what you gotta
venting
do.
on the
Yeah,
other
right.
kids.
Yeah.
You're like I found my calling.
Yeah, I found my calling, and I didn't want to be a dick because again, I didn't notice I was starting to hurt people, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, I'm an asshole, man. That's all I'm
Yeah,
becoming,
yeah.
and I shifted that. Once I hit like high school, I kind of found out a
medium?
bit more
Like
who
who
I
you were.
really am. Like, all
Yeah.
right, yeah, I'm a little bit of a dick, but it's in the context of being a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
agreed. That's kind of.
versus like, hey kid, I don't know you, but I hope you have a fucking terrible day today.
Yeah, you're like, God damn, dude.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry for existing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like-
I feel like with me, I'm the youngest of older sisters.
Oh really?
So like, I mean, my sisters always had friends at the house. Like, you know, my mom always had people over. Like, it was just like, anytime my mom could have a gathering, like we were gonna have a gathering. You know, anytime my sisters could have their friends over, like they were gonna have their friends over. You know what I mean? And there was like multiple times too where like, you know, my sisters had friends where like maybe they didn't come from like the best home life, and it was like my mom to like bring them in and like house them and stuff like that. So then
Yeah.
it's like, now we got my sisters that are like living with their friends, so it's just like a big like fun sleepover all the time,
that's
especially
really cool.
me
Yeah,
being a
that's
kid.
really
So
cool.
like,
Yeah.
I feel like that definitely like impacted my life, and that's like why I'm such a social butterfly. And like,
Because you're always around people.
I was just always around people,
Yeah.
just constantly being introduced to new people. We were constantly going out and doing things. So
Actually, yeah.
public eye.
The only time I did, at least as a kid, the only time I actually did become a little more social at home is because I had my little brother, which
Ryan.
yeah, which he's a little shit now. I love him, but he's a little shit. But like him growing up, like I didn't necessarily want him to be exactly like me,
Yeah.
but I've always wanted to be like, oh look, like you can play
Look
this,
at this
you can play
cool,
that, like,
like-
this is cool,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
kinda be
Like,
his
and
guide.
I'm like this is the first time being a brother to me.
Yeah.
So, like, it was
How many
really
years are you guys apart?
4, actually.
Oh, that's,
yeah.
yeah, it's
Which
actually pretty close in age, too.
funnily enough, really funny fact, I'm born on July 3rd. He's born on July 30th.
Oh, cool.
So the fucking numbers flip. It's
yeah,
really
that's
cool.
cool. Funny because my girlfriend, she has a little brother and sister. I think it's the craziest fucking thing ever. They're born on the same exact day, just 3 years apart.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm like,
Whoa,
damn, that's trippy.
crazy.
Your mom knows how to plan them. Nah, but I think it's so crazy, and it's like they're literally exactly 3 years apart.
That's
you know,
insane.
like to the day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's awesome. I think it's the coolest thing
I can
ever.
imagine the oldest being like, "Damn it, now I share one."
Yeah, no, she does. Like now, you know, like if we tell him, because the boys, he's the younger one, she'll be like, I was born first, so you have to tell me happy birthday first, because for 3 years, like, you know, he wasn't around, and we're like, okay, like, you know, so we like play into it.
That's so funny.
And stuff like that for them, because, you know, like, she's like, why I gotta share my birthday, like, you know, and it's funny, you know.
That's
And,
cool.
you know, I always ask her, like, did you, like, plan it that way? And she's like, no. That's just how it worked out, you know?
It's always
And I'm
crazy when it
that's
just
crazy.
happens.
yeah,
You know,
right? I'm
like, it's like, wow.
It's kind of cool that,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
That way you don't forget.
Yeah, exactly, right?
you
It's
go.
like,
Definitely, you
I
definitely
only
won't
have to
forget.
remember,
It's too
right, yeah, I only got to remember 3 birthdays now, you know, because it's like her, my girlfriend, her sister, and then the 2 ones that share a birthday.
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
really,
it's
cool. I was
crazy.
gonna say another funny thing too. Since I was born on the July 3rd, which, as much as a lot of people are like, oh, that's pretty cool, the day before Independence, right? 4th of July.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
actually
like
didn't even like.
connect. A lot of
two
people when they hear
together,
it,
like-
they connect it usually. But
Yeah, I didn't.
they're like, oh, that's really cool, right? And I'm like, yeah, unless you want to travel.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks being born around this time because everything's
That's
getting
true.
packed, and if
That's
you want to plan
true.
things, everyone's there, and
That's
you're
true.
kind of stuck. Like I remember doing Disneyland trips when I was little. And man, they were a fucking hassle. At least for my parents, we're like they're over here struggling and stressing
Yeah,
out on when to go. They're like, we want to make sure you can go into both places.
Yeah.
But like, it's so much money and expensive.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
they never told me that, but like
Yeah,
even
no,
I knew.
I-
I was like, oh man, they had to pay for a lot. I had
Yeah.
a feeling they did, and I felt really bad for it ever since.
Nah, you
But
shouldn't
that-
know. That's just,
I-
oh, man, your parents love you, you know?
I can never get any kind of gift or like anything without thinking.
It's
"Man, they
like
spent a lot."
guilty.
It's the Santa Claus thing actually. Like
Oh,
when like you know how like when you find out you're like, fuck, this was you.
Yeah, you paid
spent
all this money.
All this money for me.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't realize it until I had like nieces and nephews. And
Which
Now-
spoiler, kids.
yeah, it's me. No. They, you know, they're all of the age now.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all like know, but you know, like I didn't like realize it, and I have a lot of fucking nieces and nephews. You know, I have 4 older sisters, and then a sister that's younger than me, and other than, you know, one of them, they all have kids. So like together with all their children, I have 12 nieces
12
and
nieces.
nephews.
Shit.
Yeah. So it's a lot, you know, and like, you know, obviously you want to buy them all, and it's just like it got to the point where like birthdays.
Yep.
I'll do a birthday.
Those-
Like I will do one kid like as a, you know, but I cannot do Christmas because it is like
that's too much.
crazy
It's like
expensive.
everything, you know,
Yeah.
like because it's like, oh, you can get them one
and then
birthday present.
everything is so expensive now.
Okay.
Everything is so expensive now,
Yeah,
but
100%.
yeah.
I was gonna say like, it's because like for Christmas too, it's not just like, oh, here's one present. It could just you could give a kid multiple of one
Exactly.
item, and it stacks up like crazy.
Just imagine buying 12 presents for 12 kids because
I
nothing
have-
is cheap.
I don't know. I think I have that amount of cousins, maybe more, and I'm a little worried when they have their kids.
Yeah,
Because I'm
right.
like, shit. Now I have a lot
That's
of
why,
nieces
man.
and nephews to look forward to.
Birthdays are the
those
way
are-
to go. It's like,
birthdays
oh,
are
it's
the
your
way to go.
birthday. Okay, cool. And now I have a few months until like the next one to get to
All right,
birthday.
come on.
Yeah. Just milk me for all this cash, you know. I didn't ask for this, you know.
Oh man, thank you very much for just
No, thank you,
expressing
thank
yourself and talking. A lot of people do find it difficult, and I'm glad you were able to just be on here and be yourself.
Yeah. I am too. I'm happy. It was a nice flow, and like I said, I really appreciate it. So,
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
a
you know.
nice experience.
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, it really was.
Yeah, hopefully we can do this again, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
pushing for a second episode, but no.
So, no, every fucking person's doing that.
Right? You guys are just so cool to hang out with, talk to. So
Yeah.
you should, you know, it's a compliment. It's
Yeah.
definitely a
All right,
compliment.
thank you.
We appreciate it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, everybody, unfortunately, Ernie threw a paper ball at James's head, so that means
He
we're out of
killed
time.
me. display of violence.
Right.
Producers tired of producing today, so.
No more producing.
But thank you guys very much for watching. This was honestly a really cool experience.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just felt very
Cool.
genuine. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. That's
Yeah,
I'll
it
take
just
that
felt
as
very
compliment.
genuine.
Thank
It was
you.
really cool.
It's really nice.
So thank
Well,
you guys so
thank
much
you.
for watching.
Thank you. Shout out Valerie for even
Thank you for
you know,
even
putting
hooking
this
all
whole thing,
together.
because without Valerie, this would have never happened. So,
Anyone you want to shout out, James?
Me? Me, myself, and I.
Okay.
I like it.
No.
Oh my god.
Any other shout outs, social
Anyone
media?
else? Yeah, like your social, anything you want to
Uh,
put your whole design thing out there yet? Or no?
You know, Club Rome on Instagram, but it's not like
It's not.
crazy done yet. I'm still like dabbling in the pieces, so don't expect anything too soon. But you know,
Just be on
it's
the
out
lookout.
there.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we'll,
be on the lookout.
we'll
Yeah,
be
the
here one
lookout.
day or another. Just don't know when, but yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, thanks for.
Thank you guys for watching. This was really fun. And have a good day. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Until next time.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me?